A new comedy has just dropped on the BBC iPlayer. It's called Dinosaur. It's about a woman called Nina with autism whose settled life is turned upside down when her sister announces a shock engagement.
Well, the family's protective and sometimes exasperated older brother is played by David Carlyle. Let's take a look.
Why am I the only person who thinks this is a terrible, terrible idea?
Because you've eaten wheat puffs for breakfast every single day of your life.
And?
You're the most risk-averse person on the planet.
If I know I like wheat puffs, why would I try other breakfast foods?
Why are you so surprised about this? This is classic Evie. Everything she's ever done has suggested that this will one day happen. What, did you think you were just going to become two old ladies in that flat together?
I just don't see what the big rush is.
Love makes people stupid.
Oh, it is brilliant. I watched the first episode last night and it's...
Really enjoyed it?
Oh, I loved it. Really, really good. Lovely relationship between all the siblings. And David Carlyle is just here with us on the sofa now. He just ran in. Hi, David.
Hi, I'm morning.
You play a gorgeous character, the kind of the protective, slightly controlling older brother in this family of people who are all different in various ways.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's... I think if Nina and Evie are completely in love with each other and perhaps soulmates, Beau seems to be on the outside and really trying to avoid getting involved in anything. But he has to, as the older brother, and goes on a bit of a journey with that, which is great. Being
on the outside is a kind of common theme throughout the whole programme, isn't it? That's kind of what it's about.
For sure, yeah. And I think that's... I think you think, oh, something's on the outside, that's unusual, but actually that's probably what all of our life is, right? Is that we're always trying to fit in, we're trying to understand others or even understand ourselves. So that's definitely a core theme of the show, yeah.
And there are so many situations in it that people will recognise, perhaps from their own families or friends. And there's a lovely gentleness about it, isn't there? It's I know it's funny, but it's also quite kind most of the time, even when you're not necessarily being kind to each other, because the siblings are quite mean.
Indeed, yeah, and that was the first thing I noticed about the script, is how warm and full of heart it is completely. And I think, like, this is something that is necessary now in television. That we've got a lot of crime and whodunit, and they're great, and that's my favourite genre, perhaps. But I think having something that's got humour and warmth and heart and soul to it, and kindness, yeah, is really a privilege to be part of.
And we see a lot of it, don't we, through Nina's eyes and her journey as she tries to perhaps emulate her younger sister, who's just got engaged unexpectedly, and her finding her way in a very kind of innocent way in life.
That's true, yeah. So, because Nina seems to be... So Nina's autistic, played by Ashley Story, who's also autistic. But Nina seems to be the straightforward one, and it's the straight-talking one, and knows exactly how things should be, but yet she's surrounded by these characters who just keep messing up their lives, and Beau being one of those. And so through her eyes, it's why are these people behaving so strangely and having to deal with them.
When you were making it, when you were filming it, did it feel like you were part of something different, something special?
Yeah, it felt... I've done quite a few jobs in my short but colourful career, and it's a unique thing when you feel that you're part of a company that is really supportive of each other, and that you're really behind the text, and that you're really behind the production, and that you truly love it. And then if that happens, that's not because everyone's trying to make it that way, it just is, and that means that there is a true connection from actors and production and crew to something. It's a lovely thing.
Give us some examples of what the little things that were going on where you're supporting one another.
Well, because it's a family, essentially, two sisters, big brother, mum and dad, we all really had to bond quickly. So the best way to do that is through humour. So there's a lot of messing around. I mean, too much messing around, to be honest. Some of it made it into the show.
What, a bit of improvise?
Well, yeah, you kind of think, oh, they won't put that in, but they did. Yeah, there's at one point where I'm using a vape and I choke on it during the scene, and they kept that in because it was a true... exasperated, oh no, you know, and then everyone laughing at me because I messed up the take.
One of the stars of the show, though, is quite simply Glasgow. What was it like being there, filming there?
I know, so, I mean, I grew up in Glasgow, but I trained at drama school in London. I've lived in London, my husband and I live in London. So to go home to Scotland and film was amazing. I've done jobs in studios and in Glasgow, but not actually on the streets of Glasgow. And sometimes too, I think Glasgow's depicted as the high rises and it's concrete and it's grey and it's bleak, and whereas this is like actually what Glasgow does look like half the time, which is colourful, and it's okay, it rains a lot, but in fact the wedding, there's a moment in the show where we're sort of preparing for an event, and it's so beautiful, the sunshine involved, and Glasgow's gorgeous. It really is gorgeous. It's a bit of a love story to Glasgow, this. Yeah.
I hope it's looking good. I'm on my way to Glasgow today, so hopefully I'm going to be bright sunshine, no doubt.
No problem. Yeah, you're going to be fine.
Has this got another series in it, do you think?
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. I think it's unique. It's something that hasn't really, I don't think, come out of Scotland before. And it's a unique story and certainly unique characters, so I hope it really does, yeah, for sure.
Really exciting.
Yeah, we'll see.
Thanks so much for coming in and talking to us.
Pleasure.
David,
Thank you very much.
thank you. And all episodes of Dinosaur are available to watch now on the BBC iPlayer.